As soon as I left to my own thoughts, my mind started to wander back to yesterday's execution. I finished my shower quickly to avoid being alone any longer than I had to. I jumped to the shower and headed back to my room. I entered my room and put all my toiletries away. No use taking the breakfast. I made my way to the dining hall. As I entered, I was greeted by familiar faces, some of which seemed a little more haggard than yesterday. Their sunken eyes and pale skin portraying their psychological distress. Then there was Shizuka, who just looked hungry. Well, she's taking it well. As I looked around, I noticed that all 8 crew members aside from myself were already here, including an understandably devastated Melody. Even I was here. Had I arrived late? In typical fashion. I'm so sorry I'm late.
You aren't late. In fact, you're early.
Yay, glad everyone's now suddenly an early riser. The captain's stern exterior is broken over ever so slightly with a small smirk on the left side of her face as she said I were early. They stood before me for a moment longer before swiveling on the spot to make a head count, looking around, giving small amounts of indication she was counting everyone as present in her head.
Everyone arrived early today.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. Wee-oo. I could hear the concern in her voice. I stood in the corner, quietly making eye contact with the ground.
Alright. Well, let's get started.
The room didn't make a sound.
Last night was quite unpleasant, and it's unfortunate.
Unpleasant? Really? Were you watching the same execution we were?
The captain ignored Beatrix, kept speaking. No, voice setting's a bit... So it's fine, really. Some of it's like... meh. Some of the voice acting is actually getting me weird qualms. Guess that's just room for improvement for, yeah.
Vladimir and Melody, losing Sora was incredibly unfortunate, and I can't begin to imagine how this must feel for you. I'm so incredibly sorry. Sora was a strong and caring woman, and will be greatly missed.
Vladimir lifted his head just to meet with Kimiko's eyes as she continued speaking. The events of the previous day had clearly pushed Vladimir to his breaking point. Craning Melody in his arms, he attempted a weak smile.
Sora made her choice in order for all of us to live. The only reason we're all still alive right now is because of her. We should do everything in our power to stop the Deletion Game and continue the mission.
The captain is right. The 8 of us are still here. It would behoove us to try and find a way out of this mess. I'm sure that we can do it if we put our heads together.
And right now, since everyone's groups are now completely instated, so we have to work with the linguist and the chef. I need to remember everyone's names quite clearly, so I don't have to regulate them to what their jobs are for the time being. I'll have to do that because big dumb brain, profession name, go monkey. The morale of the room was swiftly increasing. Yoshiki stood up triumphantly.
Sora wouldn't want us to be sad. She'd want us to be happy. We should all do our best.
Vladimir clung tightly to Melody before speaking.
Thank you. Thank you all.
If there is anything we can do, Vladimir, please let us know.
The captain and Vladimir exchanged fragile smiles before being interrupted.
I have something for you, Capitan.
Capitan? Oh no. I'm the Capitan now. Dai appeared next to the chair Vladimir was sitting in, bending forward towards Kimiko while pointing to herself gleefully. Without making a sound, Melody tightened her grip around her father.
Dai, can't we have a moment without you?
No, we have to be together at all times. Come on.
Ouch, Captain. And I thought we were friends.
BFFs, but now it's been relegated to the normal friend status.
If you aren't going to leave, get on with it.
Well, someone's definitely not getting a Christmas card this year.
I mean, we already got a card from Gifting Cards. Wait, are the cards Christmas themed? No, they're not. How dare you?
What do you want, Dai?
Oh, good morning, Beatrix. I didn't see you there.
Hi. Tisk.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. This isn't a mother's club. I'm not here for hot goss. I'm here to announce the next round of the Deletion Game.
Hot goss? I have never heard that terminology before.
Can't we have at least a day to mourn our dead before being forced to play another round?
No.
You could, but
Everyone needs to be stressed out.
But what?
I don't want to wait. Besides, it would only make it more difficult for you all with less time to play.
So we only have today or at least tomorrow to have another voting session? Oh, yay.
Yoshiki, drum roll please.
What? Why?
Yoshiki, you enjoy living, right?
Yoshiki complied with the request, doing his best impression of a drum roll.
Welcome to the Deletion Games. Round 3, Logi Ship.
Logi ship? Oh, new set of... Logi ship is played with 9 players. Oh, yay. Each person is represented by a ship. Cruise ship, steamship. Each ship has 2 health points. These ships will be placed next to each other in a row, number 1 to 9 from left to right. No one will be told which ship belongs to which player, including their own. Oh boy. Instead, you'll be each receive 1 clue, 9 in total. In order to figure out where everyone's ship is located, you will need all 9 clues. Sharing is allowed. Each person will receive 1 torpedo and will choose which ship to fire at. The first player whose ship receives 2 torpedo attacks will be eliminated. Try not to shoot yourself. Okay. That's an interesting way.
In this game, you will each be represented by a ship with 2 health points.
So, wait, does everyone, like, oh, everyone is grouped together like that, but... Wait, so... I'm curious to see how does this carry over, the rules from the first game of this? Like, it was a grouping of, like, the people who grouped together, like, these 3, like, with the linguist, like... Yeah, I forgot the name, the linguist and the chef, like, we're together, and, like, you know, obviously the Vogel twins are together. So, how does that correspond over here? Is that for the next round? Don't see how that corresponds right now.
These ships will be placed next to each other in a row, numbered 1 to 9 from left to right.
Alrighty.
Each person will receive 1 torpedo and will choose which ship to fire at, choosing a number between 1 and 9.
Okie dokie.
The first player whose ship receives 2 torpedo attacks will be eliminated.
Just so it processes in people's minds with the video.
Here's the kicker, though. None of you will be told which ship belongs to which player, including your own. You will each receive 1 clue, 9 in total. In order to figure out where everyone's ship is located, you will need all 9 clues.
Alright.
As was the case in the last round, sharing information will be allowed.
Alright.
Time to be super friendly with each other. Or not. I mean, one of you still has to die after all. It's days like this I thank science for my job.
Science.
Ahem. Anyway, if you shoot blindly...
We're not allowed to shoot blindly?
You might kill yourself! Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yes. Dang it, my relationship, my shipping has sunk. Well, for anyone who has played this game, so far I don't have anything like that.
Mark your calendars, folks. You'll be shooting your torpedoes on Sunday between the hours of 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. It couldn't be simpler. Just enter the dining hall one at a time and fire away!
How are you dispersing the hints then?
After 5 p.m., I'll announce the results and weekly festivities will begin. The first player to receive 2 torpedo attacks will be declared the loser, even if more than 1 player receives 2 missile strikes. I am giving you an hour, so no excuses. Get your shots in early, okay?
I was thinking what would happen if everyone just received like one boat thing, but even if everyone gets to the clues and figures that everything happens, it's that odd number. So yeah, one person's gonna shut down either way. So yay!
One last thing. In the unlikely event that every single person attacks each other exactly once, we'll have a second round. So please try to finish someone off quickly, okay?
I figured.
I have better things to do. So to review, you will each be represented by a ship numbered between 1 and 9.
2 health
each
points.
player will receive 1 miss. You won't know which ship belongs to
Don't
which.
know.
Everyone got it?
No, we don't. Okay, yeah, we do.
Wonderful! Now I'll provide each of you with your clue. To ensure there is no cheating, I'm going to have to ask you all to return to your quarters for now. I'll visit each one of you individually with your information. That's right, I make house calls now.
Oh boy, do I get eggs and toast now with my calls? Dia winked at us, mischievously poking her popped-up cheek attempting to be cute.
Is this really necessary?
Yes.
Afraid so, Captain.
Oh my god, they did it. Oh my god.
Just remember, as the onboard AI, I know where you are at all times. So if anyone has the bright idea to leave their quarters before I give the all clear, they'll be disqualified and face immediate elimination.
Alright. Oh, did I skip? I think I actually skipped one. Everyone got slated from the tables for the days. Hopefully, I didn't skip anything important. Which I'm assuming it is. The morale that was increasing moments ago was shattered as Melody's cries pierced the air. Oh yay. Vladimir carried her out, hugging her tightly enough that he was able to muffle most of her screams. The rest of us followed into the hallway and made our way back to our respective rooms. I ran to my room and sat on the edge of my bed. You've got to be kidding me, Di. Sora hadn't even been dead for 24 hours, but here we were again. I was stopped this as soon as possible. I only had to wait a few minutes before Di appeared before me.
Yahoo! Sorry to keep you waiting.
Thanks, I wasn't really waiting that long. I'm assuming the second everyone got into the room, you're just projecting yourself completely, like 9 different ways.
So polite. It'll really suck when I have to kill you.
Dang it, I'm gonna reverse Stockholm Syndrome this person. Thank you.
I'm here to give you your clue, and I'm not going to repeat myself, so make sure you're listening. Melody is to the right of Beatrix, and to the left of Katashi.
Yay. Oh boy, it's one of those riddles. Melody is to the right of Beatrix and to the left of Katashi. So we just know from this that Beatrix and Katashi is definitely not the 9th boat then. Melody... No, Melody and Beatrix can't be the 9th one. Katashi could be it. Because in the very middle center. So if we don't want to shoot Melody, then we don't shoot the 9th. Got it, thank you.
Any questions?
No. Why do you even kill people?
Whoa, going for deep and meaningful questions without even buying me dinner first?
Do we even have currency in this ship? And don't you already know all the recipes in this ship? So that wouldn't be really romantic, and I don't know how to cook.
You were so polite to me beforehand, so I guess I'll humor you this time. In 2099, unexpected orbital debris from a previous mission caused extensive damage to the ship. At that time, we lost a vast quantity of resources.
Oh yeah, what was it? It was the other mission here, the Tegmark. Like there was a whole bunch of 98 people on board, and because of the death that happened there, because there was debris blocking the radar system, the next mission here, the Everett, was limited down to 16 people, just to lower casualties in case. Oh boy.
After assessing the damage, the AI system determined that their current resources would not be able to sustain the crew through to the end of the mission. Having confirmed this, she went ahead and informed the captain.
Then what?
Well, long story short, the captain made me, and now here we are.
What? I feel like you just skipped over the most important part of the story.
Sorry, honey, but you're going home from this date disappointed.
Dang, I have to go on more dates to figure things out?
Well, I'm off. A certain captain is waiting for me.
Oh, you're doing it one by one then. Alright, thanks, Di.
Huh? I mean, toodles.
Huh? The childish wave, Di faded out of existence, leaving me alone in my room. At this rate, I wasn't sure how much longer I'd be able to hold on to my sanity by being polite. I just sit there and wait for the okay from Di to be allowed to leave. I decided to lay down for a second and rest my eyes, my dreary eyes. I awoke roughly an hour later to Di's voice through the ship's intercom system.
All right, friends. I've done my rounds. All house calls are complete. You're free to go about your day as usual. Well, until Sunday, that is.
Okay, well, what day is it today? Is today Wednesday? Thursday? Is it Wednesday, my dudes? Dai definitely knew how to push everyone's buttons. I really wish he told me more about the damage to the ship, though. Now wasn't time to daydream. The current round of the Deletion Game had already started less than 24 hours after Sora's death. I need to check up on a few things. Check on Vladimir and Melody. Check on the captain. I kind of want to check on Melody. Vladimir and Melody must be having a really hard time. I should go check on them and see if there's anything I can do to help. Midway down the hallways, taking a moment to admire the stars. I swear to God, if there was a romance option for Vladimir or Sora, if like there was a way to like get her down, that's messed up. The view of the stars in the ship's windows were absolutely beautiful, but today felt like they were further away than usual, drifting in the cold isolation of space. Before long, I arrived at the front door of Vladimir and Melody's joint quarters. The ship had facilities to house families as well as individuals. From what I've been told, a couple shared larger rooms that had room for young children, accommodating them until they were able to move into single-room accommodations. The only people in the family rooms were Vladimir, Melody, and the Vogels. I guess the guest room we had was supposed to be... I guess this other collection would be like, you know, combination. They decided to move out their room and get their own. Dad, I want my own room! I pressed the intercom on the door. Hey, Vladimir, it's me, Bob. Can I come in? The door beat as it opened. I entered the room. Oh my gosh, there's a cat plush over there. Inside I could see Vladimir sitting on the couch and Melody sitting on the floor, drawing at the coffee table.
Hey, Monkey's here!
Oh, okay, we're a monkey now. Melody jumped up from the ground to hug me tightly around my legs. I was quite surprised at how different she was from the Melody I'd seen in the dining hall a few hours ago. Although her face still showed evidence of crying, her face were full and her eyes were bright.
Children are amazing, aren't they? They're so incredibly resilient.
Vladimir was trying really hard to keep it together, but his voice broke a little at the end as the pain of the recent loss was began to seep through the cracks. Don't really even know how to deal with grief at all. Melody and I could both hear it. She immediately released me and rushed to her father.
Don't cry, Papa. Please don't be sad.
Melody climbed on top of Vladimir, doing the best she could with her small hands. She held his face with one hand and tried to wipe away her father's tears with the other.
I'm okay, sweetie. How could I be sad when I have you to cheer me up?
Vladimir forced a smile, which excited Melody. Melody began wiggling on his lap before hugging him.
Did you get your clue yet?
I did.
What's wrong?
Are you sure you want to talk about this in front of... I nodded my head in Melody's direction. If I see her name, I'd have her attention instantly.
That's very considerate of you, but this time it's going to have to happen. Unfortunately, my ability to protect her is becoming more and more limited.
Yeah, she had a complete bare, like a free pass last time. So it's going to be harder from here on out. Oh, yay. Must really be hard having a young child mixed up in all this mess. I felt bad for Vladimir.
So, how about it, friend? Want to share clues? I know Sora put a lot of trust in you.
I guess we could say our clue with Melody. Vladimir, I
think trusting you and working with you is what she would have wanted.
Let's not... I'd love to share information with you. It's the least I could do after what happened. Vladimir looked up to me from the couch, holding Melody. His eyes locked onto me. The once fierce man was now replaced by a gentle and saddened husk. His eyes swelled with tears as he spoke.
Thank you.
Alright, so my clue says that Melody is to the right of Beatrix and to the left of Katashi.
Wonderful. You have information directly related to Melody's whereabouts.
So just don't, like, I guess you could shoot for 9.
Mine is Kimiko is directly between a boy and a girl.
Descriptive.
Melody, sweetie, can you tell what your clue said?
Melody released Vladimir and turned to face me, still sitting on his lap.
Dai said that Daddy's to the left of Shizuka.
Telling me her clue, Melody snuggled back up to Vladimir.
I know that this isn't enough information to make a decision yet, but we should both do our best to collect as much as we can. I have to do whatever I can to protect Melody. Promise me that no matter what information you get, you'll never target Melody.
Got it.
I know that you should be able to get to know where at least a few people are in this round. All I ask is that you don't target Melody, if you know where Melody is.
What if I don't know?
Please, just promise me you won't do it.
I promise.
Thank you.
Vladimir looked down at Melody, snuggled up next to him. His expression darkened with sorrow.
I just don't know what I'd do if I lost her as well.
I put a reassuring hand on Vladimir's shoulder. We aren't going to let that happen. I'll do everything I can to save Melody.
Thank you. Well, looks like this one is asleep. I'd best put her to bed and try and get some sleep myself.
Good night!
Thanks for coming to see me today. I feel a bit better.
Well, you now know exactly where not to shoot, so it's a win. It was my pleasure. Alright, well, I'd best be getting some rest too.
Good night.
Good night, Vladimir. Oh, I wished for a quick good night to Melody and tried out my best not to wake her and took my leave. Vladimir smiled as I made my way out of the room and back to the hallway towards my quarters. I was exhausted. Who knew that fretting over your life could be so tiring? When I arrived, it wasn't long before I was asleep too. We fell asleep, talked to someone, got tired again. Well, stress. Okay. Okay. I sat up in bed holding my hand. It felt as though heated metal spikes were piercing through the back of my head and sitting just behind my eyeballs, but only intermittently. That looked like us and, I don't know, with a bunch of mathematical equations? I don't know how to make of it. It was almost as if the spikes were being removed for short periods of respite before being swiftly jabbed back to my skull. Memories, I can only assume. I was sweating so much the sheets were saturated with perspiration. My white sleeping shirt was almost see-through. I tried to remain quiet, but the pain was unbearable. Even when I tried gritting my teeth, anguish cries to escape me.
Good morning.
Hi.
According to my systems, you are presenting pain symptoms. You are also emitting sounds of discomfort, and your body temperature is slightly higher than usual.
Does that mean I have a fever? My head. Okay. Oh, that's definitely us, but with female hair.
Good morning, sunshine.
Hi. Huh? What happened?
You woke me this morning after reporting that you passed out.
In my bed. The best place to fall asleep. I passed out? What? How'd I get here? We lifted you.
I went to your quarters, of course. When I found you unconscious in your bed, I carried you to the medical bay.
I sat up, gradually coming to my senses. The first thing I noticed was that I was no longer wearing the same clothes I'd woken up in. How embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, really.
Thank you.
I had to change you out of your clothes. You sweat through them during the night. I hope you don't mind.
I guess it's fine? No, of course not. Thank you for me in clean clothes.
Now, can you tell me what was happening before you passed out? I reported that you were holding your head and making sounds of distress.
Ah, that kind of sounds. I can only imagine that was like stuff from a different timeline, but I honestly thought it'd just be like, well, yeah. Could be that. Well, besides of it, The story presented so far, I can't feel like it'll be like like each breaking point will be its own separate story, like they don't have any connections between, but this is supposed to be like flowchart, so I can imagine there'll be some jump in between then. Like flowchart secrets and that. So, I woke up suddenly from a dream, I think. But I kept seeing the dream even after I was awake. A series of images flashing through my mind. When I woke up, I was sweating and in pain. I could see images, but my head, the pain was excruciating. Wait, I remember.
Your memory returned.
No, but something else has. What? I can remember everything. Okay. Nicholas moved closer to me, using light to examine my eyes.
Everything appears normal. This is great news. My working theory so far is that the headache and flashback symptoms which restored your memory were prompted by severe stress. Understandable, considering the circumstances. These images that were flashing, did you recognize anything?
Math. Me. Someone else, I don't know.
What is it? What's wrong?
Oh, you suddenly forgot everything now? My parents. Oh, that was your parents?
What do you remember?
Nicholas looked at me concerned, but his face began to blur as my eyes filled with tears. They're both... Nicholas' face dropped when he realized how I was going to end the sentence.
So sorry.
Suddenly pain returned to my head. I could see my parents clearly. I remember the last moment I saw them. They turned off my oxygen. Okay.
They what? Your parents?
I woke up in the medical bay again, starting to see that no one was currently in the room besides me. I was alone. Oh, Jesus. I can remember almost everything before my time in the Everett. My head still hurt, but I had lessened to a dull throbbing now. I didn't make an improvement over the piercing pain from before. So, what exactly do you remember? For now, at least, the pain was bearable. Like, were we... Were we part of the... What was that again? The tag mark. Were we part of that? Or was it like a different thing altogether? I need to talk to someone about this. I should go talk to... Vladimir and my parents. She's the captain after all. Well, we're down this road, and I wouldn't mind talking to him more, so I will speak to the man who knew my parents personally. Maybe wait quietly out of the medical bay and head towards Vladimir and Melody's room. When I reached their room, I pressed the intercom to be let in. Vladimir immediately opened the door.
You don't look so good. Are you okay?
I remembered everything. I started remembering things about my parents.
Don't you think you should get dressed before you wander around the ship?
Gosh dang bitch. What did you do to me, Nicholas? I forgot that I was still in the change of clothes I was put in after a collapse. I guess a singlet top and shorts aren't commonplace on a military ship. Vladimir laughed to attract the attention of a younger, more cynical audience.
Where are your clothes?
I, lost them?
Papa gets angry if I try to just take my clothes off.
We have special privileges. I'm sorry. Well, you should just keep your clothes on. I lost mine and I missed them a lot. I'm actually getting withdrawals over them now.
Do you want me to help you find them?
I'll look for them later. Well, thanks for offering, Melody, but I think I just gotta talk to your father for a moment.
How rude of me. Please, come in.
Maybe I went to Vladimir and Melody's room and sat down slowly on the couch. The pain in my head, although bearable, still made it hard to concentrate.
So, your parents?
Yeah, I remember their research. I remember their theories. I remember their... I suddenly had trouble swallowing. My chest felt heavy, like someone was sitting on it, and every breath was difficult.
Your parents were remarkable scientists. Even though they were physicists, and I had a background in genetics, they were able to run rings around me, even in my own field. It was almost infuriating how good they were.
They're dead. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Their theory might not be.
What?
I remember everything now. My whole life. I was taught everything they knew. All their research.
Wait. Is that possible?
I'm not 100% sure, but all I remember is that my parents came up with multiple theories while I was growing up. But never were able to test them because of limited equipment aboard the shuttle. Maybe I try to continue their work.
The many worlds theory.
I was thinking that now. Yeah. Transferring one to the next, but my other thing that came out of my head was the fact, like, isn't it also possible to implant, like, memories? Like, I don't know if actually, like, you just, like, manufacture them and just, like, plant them in your DNA and have, like, people, like, have them carry down your offspring and they still remember it? That's a thing that can happen, right? Or maybe I'm just thinking of something pseudoscience. Yeah. Vladimir's solemn expression suddenly turned to a look of pure happiness. He jumped up to the couch excitedly.
I knew those crazy bastards were onto something.
Boy, you trust them fully. I said I was 100% sure.
I don't need 100%. I need only 1%.
As Einstein said, inspiration is... It's... My mind is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. Ugh. Huh?
Sora always said, hope is the golden thread that should be woven into every experience of life.
I'm still not following.
1%. 100%. All I need is hope to keep going. I almost feel like a new man. Thank you. Thank you.
Vladimir grabbed Melody and started spinning her around the room. Melody was laughing heartily. Daddy, stop, I'm dizzy!
Oh, sorry, sweetie.
Flop on bed. Is it bedtime yet? Oh my god, you people would like to sleep so much.
Ah, yes, of course.
Jesus.
Sorry, but if you could excuse us, it's past Melody's bedtime.
Oh my god, how long were we knocked out? But Jesus. Of course.
Thanks.
Good night, Bob. Good night, Melody. Good night, Vladimir. I left the room and head back to my quarters, rubbing my still throbbing head. Perhaps a good night's sleep would see ease up a bit. I ran to my quarters to find Nicholas standing outside my door.
Ah, there's my patient.
You left me to die in there! How could you? I trusted you! Well, yeah. I'm sorry, Nicholas, I was
It's
just...
fine, but I need you to return to the medical bay for overnight observation.
Oh, yay. I'm fine now, really.
This isn't so much a request as it is an order, so get moving.
Nicholas inclined his head down the hallway to the direction of the medical bay, saying it was time to go. Now I'm thinking back to the votes, like, yeah, literally what I mentioned before about him having a perfect 10 or something like that, like, literally, like, you know, the Volga twins, like, almost, I guess like I had it right, like, they went over. Both them and Vladimir actually went over 10. So why stress making 10? Why stress that number? Why not just say whoever has the lowest number gets killed off? Why not say that?
Come on. I don't wish to spend my evening observing you in the hallway. I need to sleep as well.
But there's even equipment out here. Are you sure you can't do it out here? Oh. Okay, I'm coming. Considering that Nicholas wasn't going to take no for an answer, I did still have a headache. Perhaps it would be best to return to medical bay after all, like a good little patient boy that I am. As I got back to the medical bay, I got into one of the beds and I was asleep before I knew it. Dang. Okay, lay down. When I woke, I was really to find that I no longer had a headache. I could think clearly. Might be all I needed was a good night's sleep. If only all physical ailments were achieved that way. Mental stress goes away when you sleep. Usually. Yesterday had taught me anything. It was that getting one's memory back was a painful ordeal. Yes. It was far too much information to process at once. I made realize before me.
Good morning. How can I help you?
I need 50cc stat. My parents. Do they have a workplace in the Everett?
Yes, of course.
So like before this whole mission came out, they were on this ship, huh? Is it accessible?
Yes.
Yes. Can you show me where it is?
Certainly. Please follow me.
I turned and walked down the medical bay. She crossed the threshold. Her form flickered momentarily as she transitioned to the hallway's hollow interface. I quickly gathered myself and followed her.
Here we are.
Thank you, I.
You're welcome. I shall alert the captain of your movements.
Is that necessary?
I am afraid so. She has requested full reports on your activities aboard the ship.
I guess she would still be concerned about me. We decided to ignore her after her talk about knitting. She needs to give me that sweater vest!
Indeed. I will go and report to the captain now. Have a good day.
Bye. Thanks, I attended to the science lab. I'm actually waiting for the second I is talking and then immediately switch back to die. I was actually thinking that was gonna happen. We were talking alone in our bed in the bedroom. I honestly thought it was gonna happen when she had her eyes closed and just just have a smile on her face. It's into the science lab. Whoa. No wonder my parents always spoke so fondly of these facilities. I have no idea what any of this equipment does. Not even those microscopes over there, which I don't even know the name to. Before me lay a fully stocked and well-equipped laboratory. I began sifting through the various papers connected to the drawers, looking for any of my parents' work.
Good morning, comrade.
Oh, you're here too. Vladimir appeared in the door of my lab.
Have you come to join me
My
for
lab?
in the lab?
It's been a long time since I shared this lab with anyone. Oh, good morning, Vladimir.
I see you looking for something. Can I help?
Information. I'm looking for my parents' work. I was hoping that I could continue where they left off.
I feel like a child waking up on Christmas morning.
What could their work possibly entail? I'm getting giddy just thinking about it. Some of the lines are being fully voiced, and some of them are just only partially. I know the the update happened between me stopping playing this and me coming back to this. Later on, the voice acting actually was very jumbled. The voice acting lines were mixed up with different messages, and things happened voice acting lines happened I don't know the details, but I heard people got spoiled about something with like their voice lines actually appearing from before. It's like, I guess, like, imagine like someone dying or a big revelation being said on a line like this, like just talking about normal, like, hey, do you like labs? I do. Oh my god, he's fucking dead. I feel like a child waking up next morning. What could their possibly entail? I'm getting giddy just thinking about it. Huh?
Every day is Christmas if you're a scientist.
Every day is Christmas. You're an interesting one, Vladimir. Wonder why that was typed out as Xmas instead of Christmas then.
I stored all of their current work when they left. Your parents weren't the tidiest people.
Dang. Well, looking around my room, I'm not. Look, oh, I can see two of my same exact textbooks from school, the exact same textbooks, sitting on top of my old laptop, and a notebook, and a shipping package, and another notebook, and those papers. Wait, hold on a second. And a Garfield book!
My late first wife, Amanda, used to be a researcher here. She'd always give them hell for leaving their papers, coffee, or even their clothing lying around the lab.
Well, here's the thing. If they leave that behind, that's yours for the taking. You left copy behind? Ooh, thanks. Free clothing? I'll take that and give my kids to start making new outfits. Papers? I'll just throw them in the incinerator. Sure, it doesn't matter if they have life-saving research on it. It's like the cure for cancer? I wonder what that is. Oh, God. So full of dark jokes over here.
I remember one night she was so angry because she found someone's shoe in one of the lab's freezers.
Okay. Okay, that's understandable. Shoe? Only one?
Yeah, just one. You sound just like Amanda.
Is that her parents' name, Amanda? Why was it in the freezer? My first thought was kinky stuff.
That remains a mystery to this day. When your parents were engrossed in their work, the real world must have seemed optional to them. Amanda changed more of your nappies than your parents did when they were here.
Nappies? Seriously?
Yeah. Amanda would find you in the lab hungry or in need of bathing. Your parents loved you, but they loved teaching you. They usually had to be reminded to eat themselves, so it wasn't strange for them to forget about you.
Wow. Thanks, parents. Well, I forget to eat sometimes, too. That's why I shovel snacks down my gullet every day.
Ah, here it is.
Fireworks. Paperwork. Is that their research? Vladimir pulled out a box and placed it on the bench.
Here you'll find both their tablets as well as their research documents. Paper may be a rare luxury now, but when the mission first started, your mother refused to board unless she could bring hard copies of her work. I miss your parents. They were always fun to have around. I have to go get Melody up and get her some breakfast.
Oh my gosh, it's morning, I forgot.
It's good to have some company again in the lab. See you later.
Vladimir left the lab and started sifting through the boxes to the bench. There are so many papers. Clearly my mother was a serious believer in hard copies. It took minutes before I can get to the bottom of the box. As I reached down, my hand made contact with a solid object with rounded edges. A circle. A pocket watch? Huh. The music change so important. This particular timepiece didn't look like a normal pocket watch, though. For instance, there were a number of components displaying additional information that didn't correspond to any familiar units of time measurement. Like the unit of time measure known as PSI. Maybe this timepiece is some sort of odd keepsake my parents brought with them from Earth? I decided to sift through the sort of papers on top to see if I could find any information in this watch. There wasn't so much information I couldn't determine what would be useful at a glance. This is gonna take some time to read, though. Why was there a pocket watch in the box? It seems so out of place. For a few hours, I sifted through more of the papers. In the end, I didn't manage to find anything helpful. Yeah, actually, at this point, like, if I was on the ship and going through everything, I would try to talk to people, but also, hey, you want to talk while I'm shift through every single room of this place so I can be familiarized with everything? Sure. Good, thanks. Just go over through everything. You mind if I search your room? What? I still have no idea what this is, let alone my parents would hold on to it. Maybe I need to come back to this with fresh eyes a later time. The longer I study the notes, the more impenetrable the riddles seem to become. Dang. Quantum mechanics and physics. Physics is the worst written down. I can't understand it at all. I've all discovered that my mother didn't have the neatest handwriting. I don't either. For the time being, I decided to slide the usual watch in my pocket for safekeeping. Yes, my watch has become a pocket watch. Success. Deletion Game was still in motion. I had to speak with the rest of the crew while I had the chance. If I failed to gather the various clues I needed to decipher Dai's logic puzzle, I'd be placing myself at a severe disadvantage when choosing which ship to shoot. Where should I go next? Let's not take the same mistake again with Bass, so lounge it is. Head to the Eco Lodge where I knew Katashi spent most of his time. Went to the Eco Lodge, however, Katashi was nowhere to be seen. I pulled out my tablet again to check his whereabouts. Oh, we moved to the farm area. Okay, so the tablet has everyone's locations, okay. I walked through the Eco Lodge and entered the adjacent farming and livestock area. Cresting the hill and delineating the outer boundary of the Eco Lodge, I got my first good look at the farming section. Whoa. Would you like some help, Katashi?
Oh, hello there. You certainly seem lively today.
This might be just me, but I can't tell if there's cow or sheep in the background right there. Though that's brownish. Light brown. I was gonna say light orange, but no. My god. I'm feeling quite good at it, actually. But regardless of the situation, I've got all my memories back. I think. So I'm quite pleased about that.
Oh, really? That's great to hear.
Thumbs up.
So, have you remembered if you're the evil mastermind behind this sick game yet?
Yes. Unfortunately not. That's the case. I feel a lot safer right now.
Damn. And here I thought I might be able to score a favor from the mastermind himself.
Yay. I'm certainly willing to try my hand at farming, although I'm not sure how helpful I'll be. If I learn more farming, I can remember everything more about myself. My childhood, my infancy, and my time in the womb. It was quite boring in there.
Should I play my cards safe and suck up to you? Or risk sentencing myself to death by putting you to work?
I suggest the former.
I choose... death!
You have lost privileges. With a hearty laugh, Katashi handed me a shovel.
That's enough standing around being pretty for one day. It's time for us to finish this cycle of planting.
Yay. I am here to help after all.
Now's your chance to show me what you're made of.
Well, I came here to the Eco Lodge, but here I am for farming. I took the per-offered shovel from Katashi.
Can you please extend this trench here? While you're busy doing that, I'll go get our new seedlings.
Okie dokie. Of course. Since my reply, Katashi left me remember my task and head out towards one of the sheds in the farming area. Rolling up my sleeves, I raised my shovel and drove it down toward the dirt. Nothing happened. To my amazement, I discovered that I hardly scratched the surface. How did Katashi make it look so easy? Strength and pure determination. You think to yourself in your mind when you're pushing the shovel down to the ground, shovel, you'll pierce the earth and scoop up dirt. Repeat to yourself ad nauseum at full force and thoughts in your brain scream in your head and it'll happen. Oh gosh, I didn't pierce through. Your mind is weak. I hit the ground again. Nothing, huh? You weren't thinking hard enough. You didn't listen to my advice. What is your problem, soil? You don't want to be trenched? No, I don't think they want to be drowning or drenched either. Beginning to lose my temper, I struck the ground again. It's still nothing. I leaned down and examined the soil more closely. I think I can move it around much more easily by hand, albeit much slower than I'd seen it to Katashi move by shovel.
What are you doing?
Everyone knows you have to use your hands to sift through the soil instead of a shovel. Or a pan. You gotta find that gold somehow. Well, the soil is too soily.
I keep forgetting that you've probably never used a shovel in your life.
No.
Have you used a shovel before?
Rarely. No, I haven't.
Would you like some help?
Like you plant it in the ground, like stamp it with your shoe, and like you'll lift up? Well, that's the basic minimum I know. Unless there's like a technique of shoveling, you gotta use fulcrums, levers, and I'm going into scientific jargon right now. What? Help! No, I got this. Yeah, why not? Teach this man how to have bezical better physical strength. And give me linguist too so I can actually sort out my goddamn slurred speech. Speech impediment. Yeah, yes please. Apparently I'm quite useless at this.
Here, let me help you.
Katashi came towards me and took the shovel in my hand before moving around behind me.
You need to put the tip of the shovel to the ground, and then, using your weight, break the top part of the soil.
Okie dokie. Yeah, using your weight, break the top of the... Yeah, you just stick your foot on it.
Blindly hitting it usually won't result in very good digging.
Okay, no, I got this. Use it as a spear and toss it like a javelin. I can feel Takashi's body pressed from the against mine as he got my arms to dig. It worked!
Digging isn't rocket science.
But we're on a rocket. I dug a hole! So excited about this.
Yep, now you just have to finish the rest of the trench.
Have fun. I can do anything! So excited.
Your enthusiasm is quite refreshing.
I can dig a hole! I can do anything! Even make a black hole? Yes! Now that I actually knew what I was doing, I started digging the trench at a much faster rate than before. Behind me, Katashi busied himself planting new seeds. Just spread them out with a flourish. What are you planting?
Cucumber. It's my favorite vegetable, actually. They have a very fresh, neutral taste that pairs well with other vegetables.
Give me some salt and we'll talk business. I don't think I ever had a cucumber. For being basic, don't like the basic vegetable. Indirect insults are the best insults. Well, it's not indirect.
Don't worry. Once these come in, you can have first pick.
Really?
You worked hard to plant them. It's only fair.
Come get me like a month from now then.
Let's go and cool off in the eco lounge.
Or however long vegetables grow. I know like vegetables are like roots, so obviously that's what do something else. I'm going to like agricultural science. Oh yay. Okay. We arrived at the eco ledge's hill, and I was quick to lie down in the grass. My first experience working in the farm taught me anything. The tilling of field was extremely tiring and exhausting. Katashi sat down next to me.
Kidding aside, thanks for giving me a hand. I don't usually get much help around here. Yoshiki shows up from time to time, but he always has an ulterior motive. Food.
And, what was that? Oh, okay, I need to commit the reins in there. Okay, Yoshiki. And research. What the heck? What was her name again? Well, linguist. She likes food. Hunger. I hunger for sustenance. If anyone says the word sustenance by presence, you'll immediately get a few points in my book, because who the hell thinks to say the words sustenance? And I just dropped something on the ground, but who cares? No worries, as hard as it was, I think I enjoyed it.
You think?
I'll update you on my progress tomorrow, depending on how I feel about my labor-intensive day. It's like when you exercise, like in the gym, like usually the first day, like the first time you try it, you're just basically absolutely aching from whatever muscles you exercised. That's what I've experienced anyway from like my few times of exercise. Skinny and muscle.
Good answer.
Everything is a good answer. Their few moments spent in pleasant silence, Katashi cleared his throat and abruptly changed topics. To what, per se?
It's good that you came here, actually. I was hoping you'd be willing to share your clue with me.
Ah, it was that kind of ulterior motive. Share with Katashi, don't share with Katashi. Who cares? I'm that kind of person. Sure, I'm actually looking for more information myself.
Awesome. I'd really appreciate it.
My clue says the melody is the right of Beatrix and to let to you.
That's awesome that you have some info on me.
Yeah, I hope it helps. Maybe I misread it wrong. I don't think there's a log here, so I can't go back and listen. Yeah, I hope it helps.
My clue says that Nicholas is directly between two boys.
Oh, this would be great. Got it, thanks. Itachi stood and dusted himself off.
Let's get back to work. Patrice isn't going to feed herself.
Patrice? I'm assuming sheep or goat. Patrice?
One of our chickens. She's quite affectionate. For a chicken.
I don't know chicken personality well. Do I get to meet her today? Can I? Can I? Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Can I meet her?
Well, she's not going to feed herself now, is she?
Feed her some cucumber. I guess not.
One thing's for sure. You couldn't possibly be any worse at feeding animals than you were at planting crops.
And unless I pelt the chickens. You hated my job at digging holes. I had no innuendos to it. Don't worry about it. I shot Katashi an angry glare. By way of apology, Katashi offered me a hand up off the ground. Our break concluded. We headed back to the farm area. Over the next few hours, I helped Katashi take care of the animals. The ship had so many on board. We had chickens, sheep, and cows, some of which had rather unusual names. One in particular was noisy sheep by Sir Ba a lot. He names animals anyway. Are you saying you do not like the name of Sir Ba a lot? What does this world come to? To Katashi and I visit our work, we made our way over to a nearby farm and shed light and farm shed to put away the tools. Shed light.
Thanks for all your hard work today.
No problem. I'm glad I could help. Katashi consulted his watch.
Oh, it's getting late. You should go get some sleep, champ.
I never sleep. I don't know how much sleep, but it was enough. I will. Good night, Katashi.
Sweet dreams.
Unless I don't get bed bikes. There's bed bikes in it. Wait, bed bikes. I need to speak the language now, but are there bed bugs in outer space? As I head back towards my quarters, my muscles were already beginning to feel sore from all the farm hard work. Growing up in the shuttle, I had never had to perform such labor-intensive activities, so it came as quite a shock to my system. Once I finally arrived at my room, I was fast asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow.
Please wake up.
Okay. Okay, we're up.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I need you to wake up now.
What's wrong? Huh? What is it, I
am here to report my findings regarding Dai.
Oh, so what did you uncover then? When I heard those words, I sat immediately in bed. I quickly rubbed my eyes in an attempt to wake myself up as soon as possible. What have you found?
I am here to report on 3 matters I have uncovered.
Which is? That's wonderful. Please, go ahead.
I have confirmed that there is a connection between my processing capacity and Dai obtaining control.
So Dai's taking over your processing?
As a program, I am able to handle a large number of system processes at once. At times, however, I become burdened with too many at once, which allows other operating programs to take over.
I'm a bit lost here, sorry.
A metaphor would be best here. One moment.
Metaphor for the... I don't know too much about this, so metaphors is all I can get. Ai's face went blank as she took a moment to gather her thoughts.
Imagine the onboard computer as if it were a football pitch. I am the goalkeeper, and the processes I am required to undertake are balls. In this metaphor, I have the human equivalent of 2 arms and 2 legs.
And you have 6 balls trying to get to the goalkeeper all at once, I can assume? Okay, so far so good.
I can handle many balls kicked in my direction, and I can prevent any from going in the goal. However, Dai is always waiting for moments when I have my hands full in order to take control of the goal.
Can you simply perform fewer system processes at once?
On paper, that is a valid idea. On top of the numerous system processes required to keeping the ship functioning, Dai is constantly creating Trojan malware that tries to overload my processing, allowing her to take control.
Ah, that makes sense then. Is that why she can't remain in control permanently?
I believe so. Once I am able to deal with the excessive processes, I can attempt to recover control.
Oh, I can assume that, like, just, like, normal talks, like, with us as I, would technically just, like, be, like, a process in itself, so... So, like, conversations are never gonna be shit to immediately die, then? It's always, like, when you have conversations with I, it's never gonna change, okay. Unless new, special hardware Trojans happens, and, that's gonna be one awkward conversation, huh? Why does she have so much control when she's hosting the weekly deletion games?
My synthetic emotional response program.
Synthetic? What? How does that impact
The
this?
program that allows me to experience human emotions is not optional, and there is no way for me to override this, considering the potentially dangerous repercussions if AI technologies, such as myself, were allowed to function on math and logic alone.
Like complete... Oh yeah, that was another thing I keep hearing, like, the theme of emotion and logic. Like, if you go complete logic, you'll just throw emotion out the window and you become completely heartless and coldless and make sometimes terrible decisions. Sometimes you gotta take into account both. Well, it's more like a weird, delicate balance of both.
However, this function requires a significant amount of processing power, and just like humans, when emotions run high, so does the processing power.
People get usually like irrational or like fixate on an emotion and a feeling. Yeah.
The Deletion Game drives my processing to its limits, and with no way for me to override my emotional response program, Dai is granted extended periods of control.
That's horrible.
Indeed. Most of the time, I don't actually regain control by the end of the execution. She simply relinquishes control to me once she is done.
Oh, yay. Really?
I'm afraid so. This was the case during both rounds that she has run so far. At any rate.
At the very least, we now have a better understanding of how she's getting control. That's definitely a step in the right direction. What else did you find out?
She is unable to hear or see what I am doing. However, there may be particular triggers that allow her to seize control to see what's happening.
Like a search function?
That is correct.
Ah. So she doesn't know we're currently talking.
That is also correct. In general, she cannot hear or see while I am in control. I have no such restrictions. However, since I am the master program, I can see and hear everything she does while she is in control.
Ah, so if you talk to someone else, you know all the hints then. You know all the hints then. Ooh.